Welcome to Trending Update USA. I'm your anchor Steffan, and today we bring you an eye-opening story from the world of tennis. Legendary coach Patrick Mouratoglou, the man who guided Serena Williams through some of the greatest years of her career, has revealed a surprising truth. He admitted that he once helped Serena not by offering tactical advice, not by correcting her technique, but by something far more unexpected. He told her a lie. Yes, Mouratoglou confessed that at one crucial moment, in order to help Serena get through a match, he deliberately lied to her. The story has quickly become a talking point in the tennis world because it shows the unique relationship between coach and player, and also highlights how psychological strength can sometimes matter more than raw talent or strategy. Mouratoglou, who is widely respected for his deep understanding of tennis and for mentoring multiple stars, gave the revelation in a recent interview where he reflected on his years with Serena Williams. He described the situation clearly. Serena was in the middle of a tough match. Things weren't going her way, and she was beginning to doubt herself. Her body language was off, her confidence seemed shaken, and she voiced her frustration, even questioning if she could turn the match around. For a player of her stature, moments like this were rare but real. That's when Mouratoglou made a decision. He told her something that wasn't true. He told Serena that her opponent was struggling physically, that her opponent looked tired and weak, even though, in reality, that wasn't the case at all. The effect on Serena was dramatic. As Mouratoglou recalled, her face changed, her energy shifted, and her intensity returned. Believing that her rival was fading, Serena found fresh determination. She played more aggressively, fought harder for every point, and eventually turned the match around to win. The coach now openly admits he lied, but it was a calculated move, not to trick her for his own benefit, but to spark the belief she needed in that critical moment. This story shows just how important the mental side of tennis really is. At the elite level, almost every player has the physical skills to compete. They all train hard, they all know the strategies, and they all hit powerful shots. But what separates champions from the rest is often the ability to stay confident under pressure. Mouratoglou's words, though untrue, gave Serena exactly what she needed: confidence. That small mental shift allowed her to access the full range of her ability. It also reveals something important about Serena Williams herself. Fans often saw her as unbeatable, a powerhouse who dominated the game for 2 decades. But even Serena had moments of doubt, moments where she questioned her own strength. What makes her truly great is that she found ways to overcome those doubts and still perform at the highest level. Mouratoglou's lie was simply one of those ways that helped her rise again when it mattered most. Serena's partnership with Mouratoglou began in 2012. At the time, she was coming back from injuries and setbacks. Many wondered if her best days were behind her. But under his guidance, Serena entered one of the most successful chapters of her career. Together, they captured 10 Grand Slam singles titles, dominated rivals, and reasserted Serena's place as the #1 player in the world. Mouratoglou pushed her to refine her game, sharpen her aggression, and most importantly, believe that she could still conquer the sport even as new generations of players emerged. This anecdote about lying isn't just about one match. It represents Mouratoglou's broader coaching philosophy. He has always believed that tennis is as much mental as it is physical. A coach must understand the psychology of their player, and must sometimes adapt in unusual ways. Telling the truth is important, but in this case, he felt that truth would have hurt her performance. So instead, he chose the path that would help her find her best self, even if it meant bending reality. The tennis community has reacted strongly to his admission. Many praise Mouratoglou for his honesty, and for sharing a story that highlights the psychological complexity of coaching. Others debate whether lying to a player, even for positive reasons, crosses an ethical line. Should a coach always be truthful, no matter the circumstances? Or is the ultimate goal to win and to give the player what they need, regardless of whether it's fact or fiction? Opinions vary, but most agree that in Serena's case, the tactic worked perfectly. For fans, the story only adds to the legend of Serena Williams. It reminds us that her greatness wasn't about being flawless. It was about her resilience, her ability to find a way, and her capacity to trust her team. The trust between her and Mouratoglou was the foundation of their success. Without that trust, his words, truthful or not, would not have had the same impact. But because she believed in him, she believed in herself, and that belief fueled her victories. Mouratoglou has coached other big names in tennis, including Stefanos Tsitsipas, Simona Halep, and even mentoring Coco Gauff at points. But his relationship with Serena remains the most iconic. It was a partnership that defined an era, filled with triumphs and dramatic moments that shaped modern tennis history. His admission about lying is simply another layer to that story, revealing how far he was willing to go to support his player. For young athletes, the lesson from this story is powerful. Sometimes success is not about what's true in the moment, but about what you choose to believe. Confidence can turn the tide in any competition. The mind is as important a weapon as the body, and having the right mindset can make the difference between defeat and victory. As Serena Williams has now retired from professional tennis, her legacy continues to inspire millions around the globe. With 23 Grand Slam singles titles, 4 Olympic gold medals, and a career that transcended sport, she stands as one of the greatest athletes in history. Mouratoglou's revelation only deepens the respect for her journey. It shows us that even when she faced doubt, she always found a way to rise, sometimes with the help of a little white lie from her coach. Patrick Mouratoglou's candid confession will be remembered as one of the more unusual coaching stories in tennis, but it perfectly illustrates the thin line between reality and belief in sports. In the end, it was never about whether her opponent was tired. It was about whether Serena believed she could win. And once she believed, victory was inevitable. Thank you for watching Trending Update USA. I'm Steffan, bringing you the latest news, trending updates, and stories from the world of sports and beyond. Stay tuned for more coverage, and until next time, keep believing in yourself, because sometimes belief is the greatest truth of all.